I'm originally from Ellicott City, Maryland. I went to school in Baltimore, Maryland at the Gilman School, extremely supportive family. I actually wanted to play football from a really, really young age, but because of my weight, I was gonna have to play with kids that were probably like 2 to 3 years older than me. So I played tennis, I played baseball, played basketball, was on the AAU circuit, all that, playing 2-3 games a day. And then when I finally got to play football, I think my dad knew that I was gonna have a football body from a pretty early age, so took it and ran with it. My high school experience was crazy. My sophomore year, we were ranked number 12th in the country. We had about 20 plus Division I guys, but it was just amazing for me because it really taught me what a brotherhood looks like, and that's something that I've been, super excited about with every single level I've gotten to. So I was fortunate enough to be recruited by a bunch of schools across the country. And for me, I didn't want to compromise on academics or athletics, so the list kind of got shortened. And I was super into, and still am super into technology. So Silicon Valley at Stanford, and also the fact that the weather's a little bit better in Northern California compared to the Midwest got me to go to Stanford. Coach Shaw is awesome. He engenders an atmosphere of asking questions about why you're doing things. That ends up giving him football players that understand the general scheme. When you understand the general scheme and the concepts of everything, you can adapt to all the different circumstances you're gonna see throughout a football game that aren't shown up in a game plan or what you've been doing in practice all week. So I think it helped me become, more of a holistic football player, more intelligent about the game. And then also just the locker room. Those are guys that I could have conversations, about anything with. Football, philosophy, economics, all of it. Definitely getting to be in that locker room and with Coach Shaw as my head coach was a fantastic experience. The draft process was pretty crazy for me, going from being at Stanford, graduating that quarter, then I went to the Shrine Bowl in Las Vegas, and came back and did the Combine. And that was a really surreal experience just because every football player grows up, watching the 40-yard dash, watching the bench press, all that. So being able to actually take part in that, you start to really realize that, this is coming around. My dream might be coming true at some point. On actual draft day, man, you want to talk about nerve-wracking. There's not too many professions in the world where people can watch where you get hired to and how high you get hired to that place on national television in front of millions. Doing that with my family and having my support system there was huge. And actually, it was funny. While we were waiting for the call and everything, I hadn't gotten anything to drink. I hadn't gotten anything to eat up until that point. So after the fourth round passed, I was like, all right, I gotta get something. My nerves are getting way too high for me to do this on an empty stomach. So of course, in the 5 minutes that I was away from my family and my friends, I get the call from Houston. And man, when I tell you, it was just a surreal moment, and I just can't even describe it. It was one of those things where there was relief, excitement, all of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Houston's been amazing. Definitely a difference in humidity and heat, for sure, compared to Northern California. But I think for me, I've just been trying to improve day by day. The NFL is a completely different beast, and specifically from what I'm asked to do here versus college, the big thing is just being a sponge, trying to retain as much information and get as many reps in, because at the end of the day, to become an expert in anything, you got to put in a ton of reps to get your body to have that muscle memory.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.